Hi, welcome to our reading for December 1st through the 10th, 2016. Remember, it's a general reading, so see what feels right for you. See which sign symbols, bells, whistles, messages, energies resonate for you and bring you clarity to what you're wondering, concerned, confused, inquiring, dreaming, and praying about. We're all children of God. We're all psychic. We're not all going through the same thing at the same time, at the same pace. So see what feels right for you. It could be one sign, and that brings you clarity. It could be the whole reading. It could make sense later. In the end, always use your logic and intuition together to make sound decisions based in love for the highest and greatest good of everybody. So we're all uplifted in love. See how it feels for you. How you ride these energetic waves that come through here is always up to you. Is it your wave? Is it not your wave? Are you waiting for another wave, preparing for that wave, crashing into the wave, riding the wave, or ignoring the wave? Also, feel free to make this an interactive video if you want to pull some cards for yourself. And if you have some time, try to check out the musical links below. See if there's some personal messages in the lyrics, the music for you. Enjoy the tunes. I hope you enjoy the reading. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you in a moment. Libra, welcome to our reading for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising for December 1st through the 10th, 2016. We're starting with the magical messages from the fairies, oracle cards. Let's see what God's source, Holy Spirit, our higher self, angels, and energies of love have for the highest, greatest good of all. Let's get clarity for the beginning of December 2016 for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Connect with nature. Again, you're rejuvenated and inspired by spending time outdoors. So, I feel like right now that gets kind of hard. It gets dark really fast. So maybe you have to make an extra effort, or at least where I am now here, the nights come pretty fast. So maybe you have to make the extra effort to get up early, to go outside for your lunch break, to, go the extra mile with your dog, taking a walk. Bring your kids along. Bring a buddy along. I see like dog walking, like you and somebody else, like maybe in your neighborhood or a dog park. Maybe your animals need to get outside more with you. Your schedule's been busy. And I see like, a dog wanting to play fetch. So, or even a cat that kind of wants to go outside, connect with nature. Maybe it's you too that needs to go outside. There's something there. Nature teaches us. We can meditate, we can connect, we can actually ground ourselves, like sit on a rock, sit on the grass, sit on the ground and feel how different your energy starts to feel in your body for real, and feel the difference from the time, you walked outside to when you go back. It doesn't have to be a lot of time. You don't have to go on, a 10-mile hike every day, but it's something extra that's needed. It could also be a sign for you. You're thinking about that thing and you see a feather, a crow makes a sound, a car beeps a horn, and that's right when you were thinking about that thing that you couldn't come up with an answer with, and it comes through. Bumping into somebody outside. I hear like walking together. So taking somebody with you, maybe outside that needs to get out of the house. That could be someone around you, just kind of moping around or really busy. And then comes inside after work and like puts on the TV. So maybe you can get them out of the house, or that's you. That's my favorite noise that he makes. It's like a squeaky toy. So that reminded me of a dog. So, you know, maybe just go on a walk, you know, instead of turning on the TV. There's an answer that comes through. There's a connection in you meant to be in nature, you know, in the wind, in the birds, in the energies, in what you see. You might see something special, you know, a special totem animal for you. Yeah, I'm seeing a crow very curious about you or somebody, like a crow or a bunch or a squirrel, like something like that. That just made me think of, what is that movie where the dog is sidetracked and like squirrel? I'm not sure what movie that is. I hope I can find it. I'll put a link below, like, you know, short attention span. Maybe that's you or somebody else, and maybe this helps. Maybe it helps, you know, when you're overwhelmed in a certain environment that's chaotic or emotional or tense or boring, you know, just changing it up, doing something different, seeing what happens. Something will unfold, you know, there's something you're learning. You're like, that's kind of cool. She's sort of sitting on the branch of a tree, like talking to a butterfly, talking to transformation, you know, maybe inside of you, seeing how you can transform a situation that's not here by being here. I hope that made sense. The answer is not there. It's somewhere different. So, you could be helping somebody else. I'm getting that, Libra. If you're used to like going outside and running, this could be you inspiring somebody else to find, you know, an answer or relief, or, you know, like relief from stress. Maybe going on a run so you sleep well, you know, doing something outside to, I see sports now. Yeah, like a nature, like a nature walk. All right, let's see. Let's go to the romance angels and get a card for Libra. Let's go to romance, matters of the heart, communication, relationships, and get clarity on you and your connection to nature, the nature of things, different seasons, understanding that there are different seasons in our lives as well, you know, so adapting to the changes, preparing, I hear. Let's get a card for Libra. Wedding. That's nice. This situation involves marriage. So I'm seeing you helping it doesn't have to be your marriage, your honey, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. It could just be you, the marriage inside of you. You know, that's the answer for you. But I feel like you're bringing somebody with you, or like a mom and a dad, getting them to walk together. You know, you're inspiring, come on, mom, come on, dad, let's go outside, get off the TV, you know, something like that. So this could be your marriage. It could be somebody else's. It could be, I see a personal trainer, like getting a couple, like, to motivate each other by working out or taking walks or something like that. Maybe like in the neighborhood, maybe you're going to start a class, or new mothers, something like that. I don't know why I'm getting that with wedding and nature. It could be you needing to think about what's going on in the marriage, in the old relationship, and you have to get out of the house, you know? Time to get out of the house. So maybe that's somebody else, maybe that's you, maybe it's together, maybe it's alone. It could be thinking about your future wedding, you know, nerves, plans, you know, like I don't know, proposing to someone or preparing for the wedding, and maybe you're thinking of an outdoor wedding. You have to go outside and actually see, you know, that environment, what it's like in different times of the year. Feel something out. Or you're remembering something about your marriage. And the answer is outside, you know, together or apart. So I'm getting parents somehow. So maybe some of you are worried about your parents or connecting with your parents, or that's the connection with your parents through nature, you know, going to pick pumpkins together, or going skiing, or, you know, something like that to get everybody together in the family or your friends. Maybe like an event like this is where you find your future honey, where you're gonna, in the future, think about the wedding. Maybe it's something casual. You met, you know, somewhere, I don't know, like in the pumpkin patch or something, you know, like a museum. So you could be like itchy to get married, and maybe this is like, if you're single, a good time for you. Connect to yourself, the marriage within yourself, your union in yourself, you know, go on a walk, discover what you like. Maybe you'll bump into somebody, but I feel like it's about you time if you are alone. And I would say don't worry about this unless you're like, helpful. Like I'm getting a therapist, or yeah, like psychology or something like that. Maybe you know, maybe it's not you, it's somebody else that you're thinking about. And that's, I don't know, messing with your head on marriage. That was sort of specific for somebody. Not everybody is a psychologist, but maybe it's what you see that's affecting, or what you grew up with that's affecting, you know, your relationships now. And that doesn't really have to do with who you are now. So you need to reconnect to who you are now, what's good for you now, what works for you now. What worked for you at 17 isn't the same at 35, you know, so you're learning your seasons and adapting to that. So allow yourself time to adapt. I'm getting different energies with that card. So it could be somebody thinking about a wedding with you too, Libra. So I want to say don't stress, you know, relax, calm down. I just hear simple, like make it simple. So I hear not expensive, simple can be beautiful and magnificent, and make a, like I'm getting weddings. So maybe you coordinate weddings, you're talking about a wedding with a friend, with your honey, something like that. And there's a way to make it simple and easy. Maybe outside, you don't have to pay a lot, in a park. You're like doing the investigating now, you're helping somebody else out. Or you're gonna just go outside and find that place that in the future you'll go back to, because you gave yourself time to get out of the house, figure out yourself, and you discovered something along the way that might provide, you know, beneficial for you in the future. That was a lot of different energy, Libra. So let's go to the Steampunk Tarot and see what's going on for Libra. Get clarity. Connect with nature and wedding for Libra. One card for December. Well, Libra, that's your golden ticket. That's also nature, pentacles, earth, your environment. The gold is in your environment, in the experience, in what you hold, the weight you hold. You are now at the moment when you are ready to walk through that gate, you know, and actually see that opportunity. Before, it would have been too heavy. It wasn't mature enough. You went the wrong direction. You passed it by. You were on your phone and it was right above you the whole time. But there's a moment coming through for you, Libra, when that opportunity, this relationship, this connection somewhere is going to bring you the golden ticket. I think I have a visitor. Hi. I love you too. That was my mom. So you never know who's going to be knocking on the door with that opportunity. You know? So this is also, look at the gates, the garden, it's getting outside. It takes you stepping through. It takes you doing the do to make it real, to feel the experience. Don't let it pass you by. You know, don't walk under this moment without giving it a try. So the light is literally, it's like a pot of gold here, making this spotlight shine right for you. It's like it wasn't even on. You know, anybody else that walked by this wouldn't have seen it, or maybe everybody wanted it, but it's like the sword and the stone. You're the only one that can handle it. You know, it's for you. So what you gonna do? You know, this is something growing in your world, growth in your environment, experience, excitement, prosperity. This is something you can plant, and it creates fields of abundance that then have seeds that go out into the universes and create more abundance. But it starts with one little seed, and nurturing it and taking care of it and singing to it and watching it grow and seeing how it works, you know? Holding it on your scales. So that's a really nice card. It's a new beginning in it could be a job, you know? It's that idea that gets you in the door. It's meeting that person that gets you the interview. But you have to go to the interview and say yes to the job. You'll feel if it is right for you. It's golden. It's going to be shining. You're not going to miss it. You're going to know it's right. But you have to do. You have to make it happen. Let's go to the Power Archangel Tarot and get clarity for Libra on the Ace of Pentacles. Connecting with nature and wedding. All right, it's one, maybe there's, I just heard wedding and then saw one big thing. So maybe there's something of value you can put the money into if it's about a wedding or helping someone out or just to remember in the future. You know, maybe you're paying for like your kid's wedding or something like that. And there's one thing that's worth, you know, putting the money into, and there's a way to have everybody participate otherwise. So what feels right for you? What's that thing that just came into your world right when you needed it? All right. I hear gift. It could be a gift. I want to say if that's a big gift, say thank you. You know, with appreciation and gratitude, and don't say, no, 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 that's too big. Say thank you. Somebody wants to give you something. Take it. Say thank you. I don't feel like this has strings attached. You know, it's going to, if this is somebody else giving you something this big, they feel wonderful, you know, for giving you that opportunity or that thing, or they've planned it for a while. You know, they were holding it for a while, waiting for you, waiting for your ass to get there, to figure it out, to get on board, to say yes, to open the door. So let's get clarity for Libra. No, hold on, too many. One card. Vincenzo's just throwing everything out of his dish. Nope, don't like that. Don't like that. For Libra. Libra. All right, so this is when you don't make the decision. This is when you don't reach in and take a chance. This is also the devil in other decks. But this came up for Leo too, but I got a totally different meaning for them. But maybe there's a Leo that's trying to give you a golden opportunity, or you're working with, and or they could be helping or holding you back. But I feel like this is just you holding yourself back. Or maybe this is somebody else stuck in their cage, stuck inside their house, stuck at work. And this is you coming through to open the cage, open the door to those new opportunities that they didn't even know existed. This could be you. Decision is 15, so it brings you to a 6. It brings you back into love. It makes you conscious of the things that aren't working, so you get rid of it. If you weren't conscious of what wasn't working, you couldn't have changed it. You didn't really know any better. There's no shame in what you didn't know, or what you were going through, or what you had to learn, or what somebody else was going through or had to learn or was growing up, and or what they were sheltered. You know, if someone was just sheltered and they just didn't know, you can't really blame them for it. You can help them, but you can't make them do it. You know, it's like you can lead a horse to water. You can't make a horse drink. So perhaps you're taking the lead, opening the door, pointing the way here. It's one decision or a small adjustment that makes a big difference later. You know, it's releasing the ties that do not, you know, provide helpful things for your world anymore. The things that you're holding on to too tight that just aren't cutting it. They aren't working. And you know what this is because you think about it a lot. It could be regrets. It could be just holding on to negative feelings inside of you like you don't deserve this big ass chance that's coming through. You know, you're going to keep yourself in your cage and not go out and pretend you don't see it or not give it a try or whatever and let it pass you by or give it to somebody else when it's meant for you. You know, this could be an opportunity you're giving to somebody else and they're not taking it. And that makes you feel like you're pissed off and held in chains. And what are you going to do? You can't make somebody else take an opportunity or do something. But you can release, you know, your expectations on what's going to happen in that situation and come back to what's good for you. You know, connect inside of you and outside of you. Go outside. There's just release. There's freedom here. You're not in your cage. You're getting out of your cage. You know, you can always come back home. You have to allow situations and everything to have that same freedom to grow and come back or not if they want to. But that brings the power back to you now instead of focusing on giving the other thing too much power. So I feel like you're giving something too much power. Either it's just negative thoughts and you putting yourself down, not believing you're ready. You know, this could be because things didn't work in the past. You know, you had negative people around you that kept you back or didn't want you to take opportunity because they were scared. They wanted you to do what was safe and you want to take a little bit of a risk and see. If you're getting a good feeling about the risk or that chance, then it's probably the nudge to feel it out and try at least, because then you just have regret. If you don't try and see, then you'll just sit there now just slapping yourself in the ass or on the wrist because you didn't do it in the first place. So, you know, to give it a try or to not give it a try. Either way, it allows you to release something so you can bring some power back into you. Whatever this is takes too much energy to make it work. It's like you're stuck in the cage and you have all this energy inside and nowhere to fly. Nowhere to go. You need to have somewhere to go, to do something, to connect to something. That, you know, that could be someone else too. This card, I feel like this is helpful somehow. So if it doesn't resonate for you, I feel like it's going to ring true for a situation you're in later with somebody else and you're going to help them. Maybe not, you know, maybe just take the lock off the cage and see if they can open it themselves. You know, small. It can be something small you change. It makes a really big difference. This is just where there's an imbalance. You're doing too much of something. Someone's doing too much of something. Too much work. You know, too much play, too much video games, too much TV, too much sleep. Not getting up in the day and going outside and, you know, getting some sun on your skin. You know, vitamins. Eating properly. You know, it could be too much junk food. You eat out all the time and you don't cook at home. And there's nutrients lacking there, you know, or people or children or something in your family that needs something more than what's going on. You know, maybe there's some way to bring a little bit of something new in so it's not so hard, or prepare early. I'm getting food, like preparing, you know, just putting some beautiful living things into you. This is getting rid of toxins. things that are unhealthy for you. So that could be blockages, too much of anything. It's just pulling it back a little bit and finding what is the good amount for you, so it's now fun again, so it's not overwhelming, so it's not stressful and pulling and pushing you all different directions. It's just free. If you want to go, you can go. If you want to come back, you can come back, but you have to allow that same feeling for something else. Release yourself from that which holds you back, a need to detox, and unnecessary worry based on a lack of self-confidence. So, you know, that could have been something you saw. You don't really trust new relationships because of what you experienced in the past, but every relationship, everything you get into is new. You know, it's only you that is conscious and aware of the things that were repetitive and shitty in the past. And if you start to get involved with something that feels like it was that same crap again, it's up to you to change how you see the situation, how you react to it, what you do about it, and then you don't have the regret because you learned. And now it's not going to repeat because you've changed. It's only when you don't change, you know, that this is not working out. So it requires a change, a move, a decision, a do, a redo, another redo, you know, until you figure out how to use your wings. And the more you try, the more you fly, the better it feels. So that could be somebody else getting back on their feet, you know, little by little. Maybe it's like a walk, taking a walk with somebody, reconnecting, 5 minutes outside. Let's go. Let's have fun. Let's kick the ball around, you know, and then maybe in a week it's another half an hour or something like that. I feel like it's just slow progressions with something that starts to feel the right way instead of what's holding you back or holding you down, you know, or keeping you in the cage, locking you up. Time to unlock the lock and try something out. Even if you're just taking a step outside, see how it feels. Allow someone else that same, you know, freedom to have their own time when they want to go out. Maybe just you go out and do your thing, and somebody else will maybe figure out that they want to be there too later, you know. But if you, I get like if you're a miserable mope, whether that's you or someone else all the time, and you're kind of a down energy that, you know, that's what your focus is, and there's no growth there for anyone else, you kind of making them feel like that too. So maybe exercise, you know, endorphins, things you love to do, music, cleaning up your place, you know, going out on a date, going out with your friends, you know, I hear rekindling. So maybe rekindling something in your past, or someone from your past wants to do that. They don't know how to try. It felt weird in the past. If you know it's a no-go, don't go back. Let someone learn on their own. Do what you have to do to get out of your cage. But if you feel like there was a growth there and there's something flying back and it feels right, like home, freedom is back, then go with that. It's different for everybody. So let's go to the Oracle of Visions and get one more card for Libra to sum up this reading on your big decision, or allowing someone else, you know, to make their own decision. Perhaps just being a little bit of an inspiration and letting it be. Maybe like, you know, maybe you're doing something with somebody else has the same issues as you, or the same time conundrum, or, you know, habit that they do. And it doesn't have to be big, but maybe you can help each other, be a support. Let's get a card for Libra. Nine. That's completion. And that's support. This person is bowing, getting out like in the shadows for a moment to allow this person to shine, to do what they need to do, to have their time in the spotlight, you know? But there is a time when the support system needs to stand up and say, hey, I've been supporting you a little bit too much. It's time for you to do it on your own, or I need my own time to shine. It's finding that balance. There's strength here. It requires strength. This Sierra Machete has his 3 like tarot cards in the back. They're all his different decks and they're all the strength. So you have roses at your feet, like it's your finale, you know, it's the final call here. So it's time to take a bow, you know, if this is you helping out someone else, maybe you need to express how much you're helping them out or how much energy it takes for you to care about them and do what you have to do, but you can't do everything. You can't support them forever. Otherwise, that gets very, very tiring. You know, you are strong, so you need your time to shine, to get your energy back and to do your own thing. But there's a time to also help someone else so they can get strong. They can have their own time to shine and figure things out on their own. So let's see what 9 is. Support and bearing the weight of others. So that's why when this comes up and this comes up, you know, my first instinct was not that it was all about you. It's more like your thoughts about outside situations that are actually bothering the shit out of you inside. Or it could be you. It could be you. I'm getting a lot of energies here. So support, bearing the weight of others, and 'tis not enough to help the feeble up, but support them after. William Shakespeare, Timon of Athens 1.1. This card represents the offering of strength and assistance and bearing a burden on behalf of others. Providing support can take many forms: moral, emotional, physical, and financial. I just got psychologists, like maybe, you know, that's a lot to handle when a lot of people have all of their shit they're going through and they put all that on you. You have to clear your own energy, you know that you can make your world and your relationships and your reality and what you feel in your heart should be, not all the crap you've seen. You know, it doesn't have to be that. Even if it's your own experience that's crazy, you can make it what you want now because you had the opposite extreme. Now you can really appreciate what you want. You can really appreciate what you want. So if you're dealing with messy energies, that's a lot of energy coming in on you that's bringing you down or holding you down. So you need to clean up the crud, you know, clean up your actual energy, your aura, and put some love out there so that there's loving intentions, loving vibrations, healing going out for everything that you're going with, but you're not absorbing it all in. Just what you can handle and just what you need to feel it out and heal a situation. So this card represents the offering of strength and assistance. Did I say that? We can offer our shoulders to bear the weight or lend an ear to share grief. Here a jester offers his shoulders, on which the girl can perform. He raises her up, allowing her to be the focus in the audience's attention. His subdued posture, deliberately taking second place. His identity hidden. He provides an anonymous contribution. In the background, there are 3 tarot strength cards, which serve as props and reaffirm this card's message. While the effort and gesture is a noble one, there are times when we should come out of the shadows and take credit for our contributions. You do not always have to settle for being second fiddle. Be careful not to allow others to take advantage of your generosity. So it's time to get your power back. Time to get back in control in a situation by cutting some reins or releasing some control, you know, letting something be. I love you guys so much. I hope this resonated for you. I hope it was helpful. I love you so much, Libra. I'll see you soon.